if you do have some debt items and you're trying to figure out how in the world do I pay these things off in the most effective manner, I want to give you two concepts here, and they revolve around the snowball concept that Dave Ramsey talks about, for those of you that know Dave Ramsey. And the concept goes like this. I'm going to line up my debt items in terms of the smallest amount that I owe. So in this example, I owe $1,400 on my car loan. I owe $6,300 on a credit card. And I owe $280,000 on a mortgage. And so I'm going to, every extra dollar that I can find within my monthly budget, I'm going to throw it at that car loan. And I'm going to do whatever I can to get that $1,400 paid off as fast as I can. And as soon as I get that amount paid off, now I have this extra $312 that I was making in monthly payments to the car loan. Now I could go to Zappos and spend that, couldn't I? But what we would encourage you to do in this snowball concept is take that $312 and apply that to the next smallest debt item. So each month moving forward, I'm going to pay an extra $312 to the credit card until I get that $6,300 paid off. And then I'm going to lump the $312 and the $56 per month, and I'm going to pay that towards the mortgage. And again, what you're going to find is psychologically, you're going to build up a lot of steam and momentum. And you're going to get a lot of little victories. And you're going to find that you can start to pay down and pay off these debt items in a much more rapid pace if you can get the ball rolling, get the snowball started. But what I would tell you, the most effective way to pay off your debt is the snowball concept, but it's actually doing it in a little bit different fashion. The way that I would encourage you to do it is to line up your debt items in terms of the highest interest rate and go from highest to lowest. So again, my interest rate is 11%. My mortgage is actually my second lowest interest rate, or second highest interest rate at 5%, and then my credit card or my car loan is 2.99%. And so again, I would throw every extra dollar that I could at the credit card so I can get that 11% interest rate gone, because that is having the most detrimental effect in terms of the dollars that are going out, that are leaking out of the tub in interest. And if I've got multiple credit cards, I would line them all up in terms of the highest credit card to the lowest credit card interest rate. But again, that's how we want to be thinking about prioritizing our debt payoff. Because if we can pay off the higher interest rates first, it's going to free up more money, and it's going to make it easier to make our way through and get these things paid down and paid off. Now, in real life, if and when we get the credit card paid off, are we really going to pay off the mortgage before we pay off the car loan? Probably not. That's a bit of an exaggeration, I would say. But it really does make you think about, why am I paying? I hear people all the time, and they say, I'm adamant. I'm going to pay off this car loan, first and foremost before anything else. And I'll say to them, what's the interest rate on your car loan? And they'll say 1.9%. And I'm wondering, why? That's a great rate. You've borrowed money at a very low interest rate. Every payment that you make to the car loan company, smile and say thank you that you've borrowed money at such a low rate. Don't pay that off faster when you've got credit card interest rates or student loan debt that's 6%. Pay those off first and then work your way down to the smallest interest rates. The other one that comes to mind here is, and you probably got something on this last week, but a credit card company probably sent you some 0%, zero balance transfer opportunity. And I would tell you, got to be careful with those, because the reason they're sending those to you is that they're expecting that after the 18 months and the zero interest goes away, 0% interest goes away, that you're not going to have that card paid off, that balance paid off. And they're going to then jump you up to 19% or some absurd percentage that you're paying. So you got to be careful with those. But I would tell you that if you can utilize those 0% transfer opportunities, and you can be very diligent and actually pay off the amount in full and not use the card again over that time period of 18 months or 12 months or whatever they give you, that can be a very effective way to climb yourself back out of debt. So again, there's some resources that you've got on MoneyNav that will help you with a lot of this stuff. Again, our golden rule when it comes to budgeting is very simply, what comes in equals what goes out each and every month. And we know that this formula is not being utilized, it's not being put into practice by the average American, because the average American has got $15,000 in credit card debt. And so that tells me that what's coming in plus $15,000 equals what's going out.